What's up, guys? We're talking about the seasons and the battle passes for Wayfinder. So let's go ahead and jump into this. We're talking about the season and jumping into the battle pass. Every season is going to be 3 months in length. When we start off the season, you have 3 months to be able to buy the battle pass. Every season comes with a new character with a signature weapon and a launch trailer with the animated launch trailer to introduce the new character in it. The older characters are going to have some kind of like different type of cutscenes in the game. I don't know if they're going to do animated ones for them, but the newer characters going forward, what they want to do is those animated story trailers. Season 1 is going to start in early access, so I'll jump into that a little bit later, how I feel about that. And every second season, they plan to put in either like a new dungeon or a more open world space. Right now, I know that people are talking about how the world was small. It is something that they plan on expanding on as the story progresses, adding more open world space, adding new dungeons. The theme of the season is going to be around the characters and cosmetic within the battle pass, so it's going to have its own theme to go with it. And this first one is called Gloombreak, and it's going to feature Venomous. Venomous is going to unlock with the season, not unlock, but she'll be available for you to earn when the season starts. To unlock her, you have to get the battle pass, and each season is going to expand the story. You won't lose any of the content that happens in the story like we see with Destiny, as you can't go back and do some of that older stuff. And if they introduce a new Lost Zone or add new stuff to old Lost Zones, then all that stuff is going to stay in there. So as we progress forward throughout the story, the old stuff will still be there, and you can still kind of walk around and explore that. It's going to be there for like new people to jump in and do that stuff, and if you want to go back and help them, you can do that, because they're going to try to find a balance for adding stuff while keeping the old stuff interesting. Now, this could happen where the seasons bring in some new weapon classes. They haven't really talked about that right now. Right now we know there's like 4 weapon classes, so hopefully we see some more weapon classes jump into the game, especially with it being such an not necessarily stuck to that old school fantasy tradition, so they have a lot of them they can play with and new zones. So with that said, we're going to jump into the battle pass, which is kind of a cool looking battle pass. Is like this game board type pass with little Pac-Man nodes all over the place. But the battle pass is just a placeholder name. It's going to come with something that has more of a name that goes with the flow, the feel of how it looks and stuff. And they call it a tower, so they'll probably call it the tower or something like that. If you buy the battle pass, you'll automatically unlock the character. In this case, it'll be Venomous. There's going to be another tier that gives you, it says a battle tier that gives you a jump start towards the character. Well, what that means is like, it's going to give you more parts, so to speak, to put towards the character. I was kind of confused by that, but I realized that their characters can hit an ascendant mode. You can ascend characters, and you still need the parts that you find to ascend the character. So it's going to give you more parts so you can take the character to that ascension level if you buy that upper tier battle pass. There's going to be free nodes, so you have to worry about if you don't want to buy the battle pass, if you'll miss out on anything in the pass. There are free nodes and unlocks throughout the towers, so you can still progress. And if you want to buy it within those 3 months, you can, and just go back and get all the things that you unlocked before. Now, if you don't get it in those 3 months, you won't be able to access the battle pass, but if you do buy the battle pass, you'll be able to access that battle pass for the entirety time, because battle passes won't expire after you buy them, but you have a limited time to buy them, and that is within a season. The game board style is pretty cool. It's like you're exploring a dungeon. At least on this first one, they might change it up, possibly in other ones. And they're saying that there's kind of like, they kind of gamified it a little bit, made it more adventure-y, where you might find a switch that drops like a drawbridge or a gate and lets you progress in a different direction, or you could rebuild like a secret passage somewhere that has some more loot in it. One of the good things about that too is because it's going to last forever, so if you missed it the first time and you see somebody else pick it up, you can actually go back to that battle pass. You'll be able to go to that location and find out whatever you're missing. So I think that's kind of cool. Instead of like using experience to level our way through the battle pass, we're going to get keys as we play the game. I'm not really sure how that's going to work or look, but they did say we use keys to unlock the nodes as we pass through the battle pass, and there's going to be about 100 nodes per season. Now, of course, all of those won't be free, or probably half of them won't even be free. A lot of times battle passes have like a level 1 through 80 or whatever as free, or level 1 through 60, and then if you paid for the battle pass, then it unlocks the other 40 levels of the battle pass. So they might do something like that. We'll have to see what it looks like when it comes out. It's really hard to tell right now. There's no detail on how much the battle pass cost, but we will know once they talk about the founder pack details, which should be sometime in April, which is when that next closed beta drops. And since the early access is in May, it would make sense to kind of get more of a head start. I hope they don't talk about it in May, to give us some more of a head start to actually get things together and get stuff moving in that direction. The Founders Pack is going to come with the first Battle Pass. This was a post that I saw on Reddit. I didn't see this from one of the devs, but it may be the case. I didn't see it in the interview yet either. I might have missed it. It makes more sense that way too. You just buy the Founders Pack, it comes with the Battle Pass. There's probably something that has like tier skips in it and all that stuff as well. But there's all the information right now on the Battle Passes and the seasons. There's something I want to talk about that I didn't really like, and that is that the early access is going to start with the season 1 and the Battle Pass. So if people want to wait for, you know, the game to come more together, they're going to be kind of like left out with some of that first season stuff. So that is unfortunate. I guess it kind of comes with the territory of having early access, and you still want to have some content for players to play while you know, work on stuff and build up the world. There's still like a lot about the game we don't even know. They mentioned apartments. We haven't even heard about apartments. In this early access, you know, we'll see the game progress and go through a lot of changes as it moves until launch. And from my understanding, it's going to be about 2 seasons in early access. So 6 months, and then the game launches after May, which would put it like in the November range. Somewhere around there. But I think that's kind of messed up. It depends on the cost, though. It might be all right. It might be an okay cost where they just buy, keep stacking up the battle passes until the game finally launches and it's a good state, and then they come in, they have a whole bunch of content to do. That would be kind of cool, I guess. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it kind of sucks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll talk about some more Wayfinder. I'm pretty excited to play this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Blah, 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 blah.